Welcome back to Learn BC. In Business Central, when we're on the vendor card, we have actions that we can take that help us speed up what we're really wanting to achieve. So if we go home, the first thing for us, we might need to look at contacts. The contacts give us a dive into what actually sits within CRM, the CRM module. We make sure we understand a contact has two types. There's a company and there is a just here company or a person. Okay, and so what you have is every customer in Business Central will always have a company contact, and then they'll always have a person contact for their team, the accounts department, finance, warehouse, shipping, logistics, whatever. So with your contacts, as we move along, a couple of really cool features here. Merge with lets you merge vendor records together. Apply templates lets you apply one of those vendor templates we talked about earlier. And if you go back to the list view, you could have applied that in bulk. All right. And pay vendor, which is pretty cool. So straight from here, I can load up and it's going to let me jump open straight into a payment ledger where I can pay all bills or one or some as split payments, as a single payment. So that's everything off the home option here. Underneath new, you've got your new documents. You can also get that through action, new document, and you get a few more in here. You get also blanket order, purchase quotes, etc. Purchase return orders is another one. All right, so let's keep going on the actions. From the vendor, we might want to act and get into dimensions. Okay. From here, we may want to go into bank accounts and see their banking details, which we haven't added for this vendor yet. And item references shows us which items this vendor owns and what their item numbers. On the actions menu, we've got a few things that are really, really interesting. Okay. So from here, you've got your template settings, which you can see back in the home. We've got the create payments, which is the same as pay vendor. We've got your purchase journal. And really new documents. Then we go up to related, and you can have a few things here which are interesting. So under vendor, you can see here order addresses. So every vendor we could buy from one of their multiple addresses. So it's like a customer card that has ship tos. This is the vendor's order addresses. Okay, you've got item references here, which we saw before. One of the things that we haven't seen much of, there's approvals here. So every time an approval trigger is fired off, it actually shows you a full dialogue of all of the compliance. So this is really important for clients that want to know who turned around and touched it and who changed it. And if they change it, a workflow trigger fires and just captures that change and make sure that we get that there. Comments is interesting. Comments can give you a dialogue which you can date. You could put in date order. This is a comment. And then tomorrow I could have, actually, I'm going to put it as today's date. There you go. This is a comment. So you can turn around and do that. And you've got the ability to open and edit in Excel, which is useful if you need somewhere to store something. From a history perspective, you may actually want to look at the ledger entries, and I think statistics would probably be another one. Really, that's it. Like you've got over in the fact box, your fast find of all of your balances that you may want to know. You've also got, here's all of the documents that you may want to see. For example, you can see here, quotes, blanket orders, orders, invoices, return orders, credit notes, and then posted documents. So that's pretty cool. Workflows, you can see there's a workflow applies to this. There's a blocked change approval workflow that blocked a change recently. Okay, so somebody tried to change something and it turned around and was blocked here. So you can see in the dialogue there. I think that's really it. That's the best things that you could use for acting off. So from a vendor, go do this. From a vendor, raise a purchase order. From a vendor, go pay them. Simple things that you can do that just make things really easy when you're zoomed in on the subject of that vendor. You've got them on the phone. You need to do something. From the vendor, raise a credit note. Okay, so certain things you can do quite quickly. And if the actions are not full enough on the top of the card, dive into the actions menu, which has every action, and then related has every related function. All right, cool. See you in the next video.